Hey retro food fans, today we are going to 1961 and we are going to make an awesome snack that involved, at the time, a very new, very exciting product. Hey everyone, I'm Jill and this is YesterKitchen. So today we are going to make an after school snack, after work snack, I'm a little hungry snack, my sweet tooth is acting up snack, whatever you want to call it snack, and it was invented in 1961, and it was invented to celebrate this brand new at the time in 1960 product. This, of course, as we all know, is Nestle Toll House Butterscotch Morsels. Well, they weren't always around. They were invented in 1960, kind of a follow-up to the ever-loving chocolate chip and the explosion of the chocolate chip cookie. So as new products always come out, the companies rush to come up with all these recipes that you can use. And this was very new, very innovative, very different. Everyone always knew chocolate chips, but butterscotch chips? Oh yeah. So today we're gonna make peanutty butterscotch crunchies. And this came out of the Toll House company, or Nestle. And it's easy, it's fast, and you're gonna love it. So the first thing you're gonna need is a double boiler, but I know a lot of you don't have double boilers, so I am gonna show you how to create a double boiler. Super easy. Here I have my Dutch oven filled just, as you can see, just to maybe like a quarter of water, and I've got the water on simmer. And here I have my happy little bowl, and we're just gonna put that right on top. So essentially, you're doing a double boiler because the chocolate, if it's on direct heat, is gonna burn. And you don't want that, you want it to gently warm. Now I know we can do it in the microwave, but they didn't do that back then, so we're gonna go old school, and it's actually really easy. So you just wanna let your water simmer just a little bit, and then you're gonna put your bowl on top. And then you have like that barrier of water in between the heat and the food. It's gonna be easy. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a half a cup of peanut butter. Now here is my trick. I've said it before in other videos, but for peanut butter, honey, corn syrup, any other kind of sticky situation, cooking spray is always your friend. So before I measured the peanut butter into here, I sprayed this little dish with cooking spray. Before I used the spoon to take the peanut butter out, I sprayed it with cooking spray. And now to get the peanut butter from here to here, I'm gonna spray my little spatula. And that way it just slides right off. So, and as you can see, it comes right out because I already had cooking spray in here. So, I've got a half a cup of peanut butter. I have creamy. If you want it, you're gonna have the crunch from Chow Noodles, so you don't need the crunchy peanut butter. If it's all you have, use it, but creamy is kind of the original. So we've got that. And then here come our butterscotch chips. We have 1 cup, and it goes. And now we kind of let the double boiler do its work. It really allows everything to melt without burning. So if you have a double boiler, use it. Actually, that's what this recipe originally called for. So you definitely want to use a metal bowl, not a glass bowl. It just conducts heat very nicely and makes it all perfect. Okay, so now we have this beautiful, smooth peanut butter and butterscotch chips, and they just go so well together. Now to that, we're gonna add chow mein noodles. You know chow mein noodles. You can find them in the Asian section in the markets and pretty much everywhere. So let's go. We add about half of our can. And stir that around, and as you can see, well, you can probably get the whole can in there because there's still a lot of chocolate left. In they go. And then you just want to stir until they're all coated. And besides a little time in the refrigerator, you are done. Look at that. I think my firemen are going to be very happy today. So I can't eat everything I cook in these videos. And since it's only the two of us, we can't eat everything I cook in these videos. So what I do is I bring everything after my shoots down to my local fire station. They're very happy, I'm very happy. And they work so hard. They deserve all this love in the cooking. Okay, so all our chow mein noodles are coated. I'm gonna turn off our heat and push this out of the way. And now we have a baking sheet covered in wax paper. Okay, so now you're just gonna take 2 spoons and make little clusters. that, like that. And that's it, just little snack size 2-bite clusters. So I'm gonna finish this and we'll be right back. So that's pretty much it. I've just made a few clusters. It filled up a cookie sheet. If you need to take out a second cookie sheet, take out a second cookie sheet. But they're not cookies, you're not gonna bake them, so they're not gonna spread. So they can be super close to each other. So the last thing is I've got these dried cherries. And we're gonna put just a few of them in the center of each one and just kind of push them in there. Now around the holidays, when they have the candied cherries in season, put the candied cherries in there. And it's fabulous. But when it's not the holiday season, as of right now, they really don't have them unless they do. If they have them by your house, get them. But if not, dried cherries are perfect. So you're just gonna put the dried cherries on every single one. And you kind of got that little, cute little contrast. And then you're gonna stick them in the fridge. Now because it's the chips, it's gonna harden up pretty quickly. Maybe about 30 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, put them in the fridge, and I'll be right back to show them to you. So 35 minutes have passed. It can take 30 minutes, it can take up to an hour. It really depends on how cold your fridge is. But what you really want is you just want the chocolate to solidify again, and take a look. It has, take a look at these cuties. You should wanna be able to just pull them right off the wax paper. And, oh, they're just so fabulous. See, there you go, done. Aren't they cute? So now all that's left is to put them on a super pretty dish. Look at that. I love that thing. And we just want to make them nice and pretty on our platter. And that, my friends, are peanutty butterscotch crunchies. How easy is it? The hardest part actually is cleaning your peanut butter and butterscotch bowl. And I got a really quick tip for you. So you're gonna get 2 tips in this video. All you do is you take your bowl, put it in the sink, and then underneath where your water has been boiling, pour that hot water right in and it'll help you clean it right away. So that's it. Give it a try. 1961. Tell your friends. Butterscotch chips were new and this is what came out of it. If you would like to explore more dishes from your childhood or just the past, I invite you to subscribe. I release new videos every Friday. In the meantime, here's a few more retro dishes for you. And remember, every dish, even peanutty butterscotch crunchies, has a story. I'll see you in the next video.